Well, hello, you guys. Welcome to The Corner, where we talk about anime, manga, and everything in between. Today, we are talking about the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super, episode 66. What happens in the episode? What's going on? Well, it's shown that Goku can stand up to Zamasu, fused form, without a problem. He hits Kaioken, and that's when he pushes himself a little too far and kicks Zamasu down. Well, this being said, Goku can take out Zamasu. But it seems like they were implementing a tool here to show a strong person from the people type of situation. They were dragging it out to the point where you knew that something else was about to happen, and it kept going on about Trunks. So we to go from what was actually going on and what was being said, something was going to happen with Trunks towards the end of the episode, and it's something that did happen. Um, Goku uses the earrings to fuse, and Dragon Ball Z fans everywhere finally get the information they wanted from what happened in the Boo Saga. The earrings do only affect the person that is not a Supreme Kai for up to an hour. This being stated, Vegito has immense power as well, and Vegito, when fused together, works taking on Zamasu without a problem. He was doing some tricky things and stuff like that, like pretending to be hurt or things like of that nature. So he had the upper hand the whole time, and I think that's what makes this fusion so erratic. It is because of how they act. Yes, they understood that they had to beat Zamasu and get done with it, but they didn't I know it's enough thought to what could happen if they exhaust the energy keeping them fused type of situation, and what happens, they pop off from each other. This being the case, Goku and Vegeta get their it's reamed like hardcore. They get hit, they will go down to the ground, and are about to be killed by Zamasu when Trunks pops into play. Trunks taking on Zamasu, shoe to shoe at this point. That the only problem is that he's still not strong enough, and all of a sudden, something like the Spirit Bomb happens with Trunks. Everybody's unnoticeably starts giving energy to Trunks. And then finally they're like, oh, we're actually helping, and the whole Spirit Bomb type situation shows above Trunks, and it looks like it was not something that was necessarily it wasn't something that was needed, like in the aspect of using the technique of the Spirit Bomb. It just kind of accumulated, so Trunks could take in the power, and Trunks figures out how to use the sword abilities for his sword, and it becomes a lot stronger. You think he would have appeared into a different color form, but like I had said before, I feel that the form that Trunks has now is technically a Super Saiyan God, and not just a God Blue or God Red or God Rose. Um, so he gains an immense amount of power. He starts taking on Zamasu. He's cut Zamasu in half by the end, and that's where they leave off. The cut of Zamasu. It's obvious just by the preview of next episode alone that Zamasu is gone. Trunks beat Zamasu. Everybody on Earth helped, but there was something that's in the previews that I noticed that makes me wonder. The Omnia King. His image pops on the screen for a bit. Is he showing up during the future timeline, or is he showing up during the past timeline and visiting Earth type of situation? That's something that we're going to have to wait to see. Maybe the Omni King shows up in the future, and since Trunks is now the strongest being in the universe after that point, maybe he's given the opportunity to be a god or something. I don't know. It's all speculation at that point, just from what you could see from the previews. things happened. Goku was talking about, "Oh, Trunks, you beat the Masu. That's amazing." Goku and Vegeta giving him their power as well. So you know that Trunks has the power, the key of a god, somewhere, shape or form. He has it. It's just there. Other than that, yeah. Um, my thoughts on the episode when it really came down to animation, the animation was pretty good, but it flipped into storyline. It didn't. It had. It's starting to get more balance between storyline banter and fighting, but they haven't reached that point yet. I guess is that what I want to say. Yes, Dragon Ball Z has always been that heavy fighting thing where you see fighting a lot, and this series doesn't really feel uh, this part of Dragon Ball doesn't feel Dragon Ball-ish just because it's not as fighting oriented over anything else, but it's what it is at that point. I'm not too worried about that, but they looks like they're trying to find that balance, and the balance is starting to balance out, but to each their own. And the animation was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching what was going on. The storyline itself, like like when I said Vegito was a cop out, I wasn't kidding when I said Vegito was a cop out. Vegito is a cop out in the very meaning of the word cop out. He was thrown in there. He All he did was last for like 15 minutes or something like that because he exhausted all of his power, and they split apart. And I think the creators knew that Vegeta would be a cop out to the series, so they didn't let Vegito beat him. They let Trunks do it. So yeah, they just had Vegito stall for time until Trunks figured out what he needed to do and what was actually going to happen. And as you can tell, Trunks became what he needed to be in his timeline. He needed to be the strongest in his timeline. He needed to have the power to continue to do so. Is this going to be the last time we see Trunks for Dragon Ball Super? Or will there be more to this? I guess we can only tell through later episodes. And that, I think we I think next episode is going to tell us a lot more. I'm actually glad they went back and they explained why Vegito himself lost his fusion. I had a feeling, a thought back in Boo Saga that the reason they split was because they exhausted their power. That kept the fusion together, and that the earrings don't work on mortals the same that they work on Kais, and it turns out that is true. It's just one thing to check off the list of finally figuring out what happened there. What happened? Why? So at least it's filling in holes. So the whole same Vegito thing could never transpire in the first place. It just can't happen unless they stay fused. They take the earrings and put them back on after the hour, and as you can see, Vegeta does not like doing that. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have sorry, I shouldn't go to that yet. Oof. Anyways, comment below. Tell me what your thoughts and feelings on it. Subscribe if you can, like, and have some fun with what I'm talking in the comment section below. Let's have some conversations about what could happen in the next episode. What you guys think was going to happen in the next episode. I'd love to hear your opinions on it. I'd love to see where I could what could be there, what could not be there, type of situation. Other than that, I hope you guys have a fun day and a great one as well. Whoa, I messed that one up. Have a great day and a fun one as well, guys. Have a great night.